You know that feeling when a song hits close to home, but you put it down to just being a bit relatable? Well, let me tell you about a song that did that to me, and then some. So picture this, you're coming home after a long day and you hear music drifting out of your living room. You walk in and you see your husband dancing with your best friend. Your gut reaction is probably a mix of shock and disbelief. But then comes the punchline. The song that's playing is Irreplaceable by Beyonce. Yeah, the irony wasn't lost on me either. As I sat there trying to process it all, the lyrics hit me like a ton of bricks. She sings about being disrespected, ignored, and taken for granted, which was how I'd felt in my marriage for months. The chorus, "You must have felt so lonely, didn't you, baby, when I left and took my sunshine with me," just tore me up inside. I felt like Beyonce was singing directly to me, pouring out my pain and anger in a way I couldn't. When the song ended, I found myself bursting into tears, overwhelmed with a mix of emotions. I tried to stop it, to pretend that it wasn't affecting me. But sometimes music has a way of hitting you where you're most vulnerable, and this was one of those moments. Sitting there in the silence after the song ended, I was struck by how accurately it mirrored my own feelings of being unseen and undervalued in my marriage. I had hoped that my husband didn't notice these changes in me, these hints of sadness and disappointment that had crept into my life. But maybe he did, and he just chose to ignore them. The worst part was that his actions seemed so careless, almost as if he didn't care about the pain he was causing me. As I continued to process my feelings, the lyrics of Irreplaceable kept echoing in my head. The song became an anthem for me, a way to express the emotions that I couldn't find the words for myself. It was like finding a piece of myself that I didn't know was missing. You know those days when you're stuck in a loop of old memories and regrets? Yeah, those days. Sometimes I can't help but wonder if things could have been different. If only I had noticed the signs earlier, if only I had spoken up or held on a little tighter. But then I hear songs like Irreplaceable, and I am reminded that I'm not alone in this. There are millions of women who have experienced similar pain, who understand the feeling of being taken for granted. And that gives me a sense of community, a feeling that I'm part of something bigger than my own story. Music has this incredible ability to connect us, to remind us that we're not alone in this crazy journey called life. So the next time you hear Irreplaceable, take a moment to appreciate the raw emotion and the honest vulnerability that Beyonce poured into it. And if you're ever feeling down, just remember that you are strong, you are beautiful, and you are definitely replaceable. Because honey, you deserve so much more than someone who doesn't appreciate your sunshine.